to a brand new episode of Small Biz Spotlight 210. I'm Lidia Rodriguez. Thank you so much for being here again with me for another week. If you are new to me, I am devoting this channel to small businesses and anybody who has side hustles, artisans, crafters, and people with restaurants. So that's what I'm trying to do here, to put a spotlight on those people and their businesses so we can get the word out. And if you really love to support your local businesses and your local small businesses, this is the channel for you. So please go ahead and go up there, take the time to subscribe, put the little notification bell on there so you don't miss a single episode when I upload. Okay, guys, today I hope you get comfortable, get your coffee, relax, and spend some time because I want to introduce to you Juan Castaneda.
Hello.
So we are back at a brand new WUSA Women Unlimited of San Antonio headquarters. So that's why things look a little different. I think I kind of have a different view every time, but we'll probably see this backdrop a little bit more often. So, okay, let's get to it. Go ahead and start with your whole name and family, all that good stuff.
Okay, yeah, my name is Juan Castaneda. I've lived here in San Antonio since I was 12 years old, and it's funny because I say I moved here from small towns, and then normally people ask, what are the small towns? And I'm like, I give them the names, and I'm like, okay, well, it's like 40 minutes from Houston. Because nobody knows the name. It's Lake Jackson, Bay City, Wharton. They're like, oh, what is that? So I'm like, it's 40 minutes from Houston. But yeah, so I moved here when I was 12, but San Antonio is very much home. You know, it's got a small town feel, even though it's a city.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can't go nowhere without saying, "Hey, I know you."
You know, yeah, I run into people all the time, and I'm just like, wait a minute, what school did you go to? And I get caught up in the hallways all the time, just kind of like talking to people here and there. But yeah. And then I have my brother and sister here.
Okay.
My brother does real estate, and my sister does claims with a health company. And thankfully, they didn't always live here, but for a good while now they've been here in San Antonio, and it was kind of the same thing for them. Once they were living here, and it just became natural to stay.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Thank
We're
you.
glad to have you. Yay! It's our win. Okay, so I did meet you through Women Unlimited, but now you are one of the first ones to join Men Unlimited.
Yes, yeah. It's kind of crazy because it was all, I would say, kind of like on a fluke, because I'm just very social. So I would walk by and I would always see Women Unlimited kind of like setting up when they were first getting into the other location that they had.
Well, you can't miss us because we're loud.
You know? Well, you know, lively, and that's the thing. Like, I was like, that's the energy I want, because specifically in that older building, it was like a lot of people walked around kind of, you know, not in an enlightened mood or in a good mood, and you know, I'd be like, hi, and they kind of walk right past, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll see you in break room because I'm gonna make you say hi next time. Because I'm very much that type where I'm like, we're gonna run it. Next time you see me, you're gonna have a smile on your face. And so eventually I went into the office, and the first person I met was Laura Garcia with Laura Love Travel Company. And I was just like, hey, I just wanted to introduce myself. And we hit it off and kind of just talked a little bit. And then the following day, I went in and they were having a meeting. So it was a good number of the girls and Brenda. And so I was just like, I wanted to make sure and stuff. And while there's Lori on here, I kind of want to just introduce myself. And all I had told Brenda was that I just started Kindled Origins. And she's like, come in, let's do a live. And if you know Brenda.
Yes.
So,
you're like with the deer with the headlights,
yes.
and all of a sudden you're live. And But she's the one who got us to where now I can do this
Yeah.
with people, to get yourself out there, to be not afraid to speak to as many viewers as you are out there. Hopefully, many, many more. But yeah, that was great. So what she said, you know what? We need a men's unlimited.
That well, it was kind of already, they were in the works for it, so it kind of just worked out that. But I always say, like, you don't have to be a woman to support women-owned businesses,
I love that.
and women make 90% of all business decisions on many different levels. So I always understood that too. I was like, y'all have power and in more than a few ways, because if you're not the owners, you're the secretaries. And if you're not the secretaries, you can be the purchasing agents. And so there's a lot of different levels that women are in, especially nowadays. There are a lot more owners nowadays. But back in even 10 years back, it was a lot more of the administrative decisions were made by women. So that's where I say a lot of the business decisions have been made by women for a long time, but nobody really paid attention.
Right.
And so that's where I'm like, it only makes sense for your business as a man or woman to network and be behind women. That's how I see it.
We have the purse strings.
Yes, I know that's right. But also, Men Unlimited, they are kicking off here in June the podcast with with Kat Brown at Precinct 4, the constable.
Oh,
And
nice.
so that's
Yes,
gonna
yes.
kind of get more traction. I'm excited for seeing how Men Unlimited grows, and if we can replicate what Women Unlimited does, because all the women really do kind of come together and actually
Yeah.
support each other. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, definitely. So, just really quickly, guys, if you're watching my channel, if you have a business, and even if you don't, because we say that to the women too, whether you have a business or you don't, you just want to support your local, right, or your small business. I know the Men's Unlimited is on Facebook,
Yes.
right? As well as the Women Unlimited. You can go there, find out what businesses are there so you can support. Our community of San Antonio has some amazing people in small business. So we all need to do our part to support them, because they are the employers. They're the ones who employ most of San Antonio as small businesses. Okay, so, but let's get to yours. Okay, so what I like about you specifically is you hustle. You hustle. I love a good hustle, So you have several side hustles. But let's talk about Kindled Origins first.
Yes.
Okay, so explain to the viewers what is it and what drew you to it.
So I'll be honest, I've done a lot, and a lot of my life I've helped make other people rich and help build their legacies, right? By selling, I've always done sales. I've sold policies, sold hair straighteners, jewelry cleaner, body lotions, all kinds of things. But I kind of wanted something I could push and sell for myself. And so I would see like little ads here and there for laser engraving machines. And of course, you know how it goes. When you look at it one time, then all of a sudden, that's all you see on your feed. And I'm just like, ooh, I should do this. And I'm thinking I could make something up. I love to get, I love to gift earrings to the girls all the time that I talk to and meet and become friendly with. And so it was like, I could do a business like this. I could make earrings and sell them.
Yeah.
And network in the process. And it's just, it would be all, it would be both networking and making money on the side. So eventually I kept telling my boyfriend, to the point he was just like, okay, look, put up or shut up. Like, you're talking about, you want to do this, just do it.
Just do it.
Pull the trigger, do it. And so I was like, you know what? I went out to Michael's, and it's funny because I had a Michael's credit card where you get 20% off on your first purchase, and I hadn't used it yet. I was just like, I'm gonna give me 20% off on this machine, because you normally don't get off electronics. So funny enough, I did that. I split some of it into payments, and I was like, I'm getting this machine, and it paid for itself within the first 6 months or so of having it.
Nice.
And so I was thinking, I'm like, why did I wait so long?
Right.
But Kindled Origins came from kindling of a fire, and so I kind of thought kindled origins, kind of like kindled beginnings, like the beginning of making a fire.
Well, I
Something
like that.
you know,
Yeah.
something that roars and becomes,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, nothing ventured is nothing gained,
There we go.
right?
Yeah.
So you jumped in, and these are what you made. And I love all of these. They are the sugar skulls and everything.
Yes.
So you got stuff for everybody.
Well, and it's funny because people will be like, "Oh, you should try this or you should try that," and that's how it ending up in my Shopify store. Is that, oh, I'll make something for Dia de los Muertos, or oh, I just went and fed the Highland cows, and I was like, I'm gonna make you some Highland cows. So a friend of mine, and she just went to Iceland, and I was like, I have something homemade for you.
And you have Hello Kitty. So you make. Would you be able to take a custom order then?
Yeah, so I've done a few it depends on how intricate, because sometimes people's logos can have, because I've actually made earrings with logos on them as well. But they would have to be black and white.
Right.
Anything with color, I do hand paint. So if it has, if it's something that has 16 colors, guys, I probably won't be able to make it. But
these you painted. Mm-hmm.
I painted those, and the little pom-pom parents and the Hello Kitties, I do hand paint them. But if it's something that's more of just like a solid picture, more than likely I can just make it black and white and laser engrave it onto the earrings.
These would be absolutely a great birthday gift, or like an opening for somebody that has a business. Look at these little scissors. The first thing I thought of is a hairdresser.
Yes. Well, Brenda Ons, with her Savvy Savers playbook, she teaches couponing. So I gifted her a pair of earrings because for clipping coupons.
Oh, yes. And look, of course, we're San Antonio Spurs. Go Spurs, go with the basketball. And veterans, we have a lot of Women Unlimited veterans.
So I normally give a free pair of those away. So I normally keep them on me. So if somebody, if I find out that they are a veteran.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I love that.
Of course, that's for the women veterans. I don't need a lot of men who have thirsty ears.
Right.
They're there, but.
Okay, so I love the way you thought of the name, Kindled Origins. I love that. And that's on Shopify?
So I do have it on Shopify and TikTok, as well as Facebook, where it'll link to my Shopify account. The TikTok one is actually shopped straight through TikTok. But the way I like to say it is, I have Kindled Origins on all of the platforms. So I always say it's either nobody wanted it, or I was first to it, but either way it's mine. So, but yeah.
All right. So next you sell Scentsy and Mary Kay. Those are things that, they're household names and good products, which reminds me, afterwards I need to get some Scentsy on you. That is one of my guilty pleasures, is Scentsy. So you have that. You have a website, or?
Yes, that one is Scentsy. Let me double check it. I believe it's onecast.scentsy.us.
So for anybody, no worries if you didn't catch that. I will have it down in the description box. All of your links will be there, because definitely. So you have a link for the Mary Kay as well.
And that one's marykay.com/onecast. So funny enough, for Scentsy and for Mary Kay, it's Juan Cast somewhere in there. So it's juancast.us.scentsy, and then for Mary Kay, it's marykay.com/Juancast.
Okay. And you have some products there from Mary Kay. What do you have?
Yes, so I actually have one of their newer products here is the dynamic wrinkle limiter, and it's the closest thing to injectables without having to be injected. So if you're afraid of needles, or you don't like putting foreign substances in your face, this is a great alternative to get rid of wrinkles.
I love the idea of Botox, but I would not do it.
You know, and a lot of people are like, I don't know about putting that into, because then it has to like dissolve out. And so I like this as an alternative, just because some people just don't like needles in general. So, but I also have, and it's supposed to be about 76% as effective as injections. And then I also have the men's daily face wash. This is the newest product for men, for the men's line.
Oh,
So,
I didn't know Mary Kay had men's products.
right. Well, and I'm of the type where I'm like, if it works for women, it works for men. It's kind of like, kind of like when Bic had women's and men's pens, and I'm like, what is it? Does can I not use it? Does it do something hormonally to me? Like
it says it's a woman writing.
But this one is actually the one that I use, and it's called the Time Wise collection. And so it's funny because it's not branded man or woman, but it's in pink boxes. But this is the one I use because it's the best thing with preventing aging. So it actually has the cleanser, a daytime serum that has SPF in it, a nighttime serum you wear overnight, and then a moisturizer. Nice. So that's my favorite, and I'm like, I don't care if it says man or woman, I'm using that one. That one works great.
Well, the big fad right now is all the Korean face stuff, the whole facial care stuff, but you got to get it shipped, or you go to TikTok and all of that. Just get my friend Juan and get Mary Kay. It's still the skincare that you need, right?
We can get you that glass skin look that they talk about. We have moisturizers that do that too. So
nice. And the Scentsy, you have stuff here too?
Yes. Well, for the Scentsy, I kid you not, I have these in my office all the time because they're actually samples of all the fragrances. So you can actually smell the fragrance before you order it. Because that's the whole problem a lot of the time, because it's, from catalog orders or things like that. They're kind of like, well, I don't want to order it, I don't want to. It's everybody's very particular. Some people like plain scent, some people like fruity.
Well, there's a lot of things. I always stay away from vanilla because it actually gives me a migraine.
Yeah.
So I'm always sticking to the same fragrances. So that's fantastic. So I can smell everything, and if it doesn't give me a migraine,
there we go.
That's fantastic. Okay, so now in season 1, episode 8, I had Laura Garcia. Laura Love Travel Co. And that episode's fantastic. If y'all get a chance after this one, go watch it. And I hear you also make travel arrangements. So how do we get a hold of you? Do we need to call Laura to get to you, or you have your own?
No, a great thing is you get to come straight to me. And it is Juan Castaneda.intellitravel.com. And I can do, you can really just give me a call, 210-870-7744. And I can normally, I just kind of ask what are some of your most important things you want out of the trip, what are some, whether it's like, I want a view, or I want a view of the beach, I want a view of the resort, I want a view of, I don't want a view, I don't want no windows, no. Whatever, I want a hot breakfast, whatever's important to you. I'll make sure and check in, and even then, like something as simple as using the pool. If you tell me you want to make sure the pool is there, sometimes the pool is under maintenance. So I work as your concierge in a sense, and I give them a call. Is there anything that's going to prevent a hot breakfast? Is there anything that's going to prevent the pool from being open during this time? Are y'all expecting any renovations that'll make the, the hot tub, Jetta suites available?
Right, and I think that's something that me and Laura did not talk about is special times of the year because some places have maintenance times.
Right,
I'm
right.
glad you brought that up. Yeah, that's something to think about for our next. I need a vacation.
Well, that's the great thing. I tell people I can get you to Austin or to Ghana. So you don't
Wow.
always have to go out of the state for something great. Like we go to Port Aransas every September or so, and we do that because it's nearby. It's a couple hours away, and it's not very expensive, especially if you go in the down times, which kind of start around August, September, because kids are going back to school, so their rush is kind of down, and so you normally get great rates, and everything's not crowded. So
Yeah,
you can go to the
that's
restaurant and
good.
actually not have to wait long for your order and stuff.
Fantastic. I love that. And you and Laura work very closely together and have the
Yes.
same office and everything.
So she's my travel partner. So I'm actually signed up under her through IntelliTravel, and so it's great though because we can do the same thing but do it differently. And so she does a lot of network on the go as well with Women Unlimited, and so she actually has one coming up that I'll be attending. And you can go to womenunlimitedsa.com to kind of see when she has those networking on the go too.
Fantastic. Okay, so, and then finally, you're a car insurance broker, which, honestly, okay, full disclosure, he got me great insurance. And
I love
put
it.
my bill real low, which I love. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, how many insurance agencies do you work with?
So at the moment, so I am with Farmers Insurance at the moment. But the great thing is unlike most captive agents, we actually do broker through Progressive, National General, Safeco, and then we do have for your like commercial insurance, we have Hiscox, we have Craft Lake, which is a brokerage that we run through as well. So if there's something that farmers can't do, the difference is that we find a company that will. And or if farmers just doesn't have the favorable rate, we don't just say, oh, sorry, this is we're farmers. No, we try to find you a rate, a company that's going to give you the right rate, and we're more concerned about you getting what's comfortable for your wallet versus let me convince you that this is what you need to have. We're not concerned about a large premium for us. We're concerned about what's going to work for you and what's going to retain.
That's fantastic. I love that. Okay, so what info are we gonna need to bring to you when we're looking for the insurance?
So typically, name of drivers and their dates of birth. Driver's license helps, but for the quote part, we can always get that later if you decide you want the policy. And then vehicles, year, make, and model, or VIN numbers will typically give us all of that information. And then home address, whether you rent or own, and your coverages, what you currently have. So a lot of the times people don't know what they have.
Right, I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, at that point we can recommend it. So
Right.
like and I always say that too. It's kind of like when it's hot, you can take off layers, but it's kind of the same with insurance. If it's too much or it's not what you want, you can always remove coverages. So I always start with my recommendation, then we can always adjust it to what you have now or what you would prefer.
Okay. So with that, how do we get a hold of you for that? Do you have an office for that? Do we have to go into the office or can we do this online?
So the great thing is it's all over the phone, is the best route, because then I can get everything in one swoop for you. I do allow text messaging to 210-870-7744. You're always welcome to come visit me at my location. It's actually up the road from here. It's 13750 San Pedro Avenue. We're right across from the Olive Garden off of 281 and Bitters. And you can come in and bring in your documents if you like. But if not, you can always call the office. That's 210-750-1982. But really, I always say you're also welcome to text me. If you want to text all the info, we can text back and forth.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a lot easy for me because I'm way over on the deep south side. So, but if you're gonna go into the office, it's probably be better to have an appointment first.
I would say yes. Although typically if I'm not on the phone and you walk in, you're my priority. So if the phones ring, whatever happens, they can leave a voicemail. I'll make sure that you're taken care of and made a priority.
I love that. Okay, so with all these side hustles and everything, how is the best way to get a hold of you if we want any of your services?
So it would be cell phone. Just give me a call at 210-870-7744. You can also add me on Facebook. I'm Juan Castaneda. You'll see my big old smile. I'm like, in my photo. I can't help but cheese. What can I say? And but yeah, that's really the best way to get in touch with me. And then I do have email addresses for all of my businesses, but again, I just think cell phone's the easiest way, and I might answer hello versus as one of the
right.
But definitely you just let me know what you're needing, and I'll get you taken care of.
Awesome. Okay, so like I said before, guys, for each and every hustle that he has, I will have all the information and how best to get a hold of him down at the description box below. Now, it's kind of like the second part to this interview, because you can buy the stuff from him, like the Scentsy and the Mary Kay, but you can also offer them if they would like to start their Scentsy business or their Mary Kay business, you can sign them up.
That's right. So they can do it a number of ways. They can either visit my website, and there will be a join my team on both the Mary Kay, Paparazzi, and Scentsy. All have it as well.
And the travel agency too.
And now with the travel agency, so really with all of them, I would just recommend messaging me, and I'll send you just text me 210-870-7744, and I'll honestly just send you the link that you're looking for, or just give you some more information too if you're kind of like, well, what does it take? And I'm very honest. Like, I'm very much like, oh, if you do it this way, it can be beneficial. Or if you're not looking to really have to jump online or jump on lives and things like that, I can tell you different ways that maybe you could make it work for you. So for me, I'm very much, I don't mind being in front of the camera. I love doing lives with my jewelry and everything too. So, but really just message me and I'll get the link to you. But if not, you can visit any of my sites and just hit join team.
Okay, so what are your social media platforms that you're on? We know for sure Facebook.
Excuse me. So I do have Facebook for, so I have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram for Kindled Origins, and Pushpin Travel. And for Juan Story Box, which is my Paparazzi, that one is on Facebook and TikTok. So the Mary Kay is honestly just through my personal Facebook, Juan Castaneda.
Okay. So your Facebook would probably be the best, if not to text you.
Yes, just start at Facebook, and more than likely you'll find all my other, I share all the time everything from each page anyway.
Okay, all right. Well, I love this. I love the hustle. I don't know if it's been in my DNA from my ancestors, I guess you'd call it. Everybody's always been in business, and I love what you do. I love all the businesses that you've picked as well. They've all lent something very special, from the makeup and the Scentsy, which are household names already, but your original earrings, that's what really Oh, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us and with my viewers. Thank you for today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here to the end of this interview. So it was going to be a good one. So, I needed to give you all some important information. I do not charge anything for these interviews, not a single penny. Okay, so please, can you take the time right now to give me a thumbs up and a subscribe so you can help me continue giving these interviews for free for these small businesses. Okay, and if you enjoy these kind of videos and you would like to support me a little bit further to continue this work that I'm doing here, please consider donating, okay, because editing, and equipment, they cost money, unfortunately, and I hate to be asking for donations. I hate the thought of money for this, but I really do need some kind of support, and this is, after all, for the community. So if you do so feel inclined to donate, I will have either my Cash App on the screen or down at the description box, and whatever, just like for a cup of coffee, as they say.
Hey, there we go.
Whatever you feel that you would like to donate, okay? And that just helps me so much more to continue offering this service for free. All right, so, and also for next week's episode, I am going to have Tondra Williams of Belly Brew, and also she's an author of a whole bunch of anthologies, so I really want to pick her brain about all of that. Okay, guys, so thank you. Thank you for being here for this episode. Y'all have a great Thursday. Y'all have a great weekend. Okay, guys? And don't forget to get a hold of my friend Juan for all these things. Okay? I'm going to hit you up Friday. Scentsy. Bye, guys.